Hello everyone. I am talking to you guys today about functions in Excel. I will be going over 6 specific functions that we used in my 1061 computer science class at Hawaii Pacific University. The definition of a function is a preset formula in Excel and Google spreadsheets that is intended to carry out a specific calculation in the cell in which it is located. Some functions can replace formulas. Others can do instructions that can't be achieved any other way. All functions begin in an equal sign and are followed by the function name. For example, we will start by looking at the today function. All functions begin in an equal sign and are followed by the function name. For example, we will start by looking at the today function. This function would be written like this: equals today, and then the open parentheses, and then you press enter. That shows the exact date currently. Most functions, including the today function, require you to use empty parentheses. When you type it in like this, it inputs the exact date from the computer without inputting any other information. The today function is an equation in Excel spreadsheets that inputs the exact date from the computer. The today function returns the current date and updates continuously based on when the document is open or changed. The today function grabs the current date from the computer and calendar and puts it in the cell. An example of the today function would be if you were looking at a spreadsheet comparing birthdays of people and yourself. In this current example, the today function shows the current date right here of the day the information was inputted. The today function was used to calculate how many days until a person's birthday. Here, the C5 minus B1 was used with the today function right here to see how many days until this person's birthday. In this example, the birthday had already passed by 5 days. It is important to keep in mind that an error can occur if you do not input the information correctly. In this case, if you do not add empty parentheses when typing the function, an error message will pop up that says #name. So press equals today without adding any parentheses, and that's the message that pops up. That means that the computer doesn't know what information to be putting in the box. That is why the empty parentheses are necessary. If you would like to get the current date and time, use the now function. Again, you would type it in the same as we did with the today function. It shows equals now and then open parentheses, and then it shows the current date and time. This inputs the exact date and time on the computer at the time it is inputted. An example in which you would use it is if you wanted to input the exact time from the computer. This is used when you want to be more specific than just using the date. Again, the same error message will occur as the today function if you do not add the open parentheses. This message, the #name, will pop up. Another function used is the max function. This function is typed in like this: equals max, open parenthesis, and then you're going to click and drag from the numbers that you want. So from here to here, which is the computer inputs it as A1 to C2, close the parenthesis, press enter. So 100 is the biggest number out of these 6 boxes. The max function is a way for the computer to compute the highest value out of the cells that you select. If you select 6 cells and each cell has a number or a word, the max function will take the highest number out of the cells you are selecting. Refer to this example. Here are 6 cells containing either a number or a word. I use an empty cell to type the max function, equals max. Then, inside the parentheses, I select the top corners starting with the first cell going all the way down to the bottom corner with the last cell. The computer automatically puts in the cell range A1 to C2. I use a closed parenthesis and press enter, and it shows the highest value. Errors can occur with the max function. If you try to use the max function with only words and no numbers, the computer will say the highest value is 0. That's where it shows here. I put equals max and then B6 to C7. These are all words. When you press enter, the value is 0.
The min function. Again, the min function is typed equals min, open parenthesis, and then you want to select your cell range out of these 6 cells, and then close the parenthesis and press enter. Out of these 6 cells, the minimum number is 3. The min function is essentially the same as the max function, but just the opposite. It calculates the lowest value out of the cell you are selecting. The same example with the max function can be used to explain the min function. Find a blank box to type in equals min, select the cell range A1 to C2, and then use a closed parenthesis and the lowest value calculated is 3. Errors that can occur is the same as the errors with the max function. If you're using words and not numbers, a 0 will appear. Another function we use is the average function. The average function calculates the mathematical average from the cell range selected. It is typed like this, equals average, open parenthesis, and again inside the parentheses will be a cell range. So we're going to do A1 to C2, close the parenthesis, and press enter. The average number from these 6 cells is 28.6. Like the max and min function, you select the cell range from the top corner to the bottom corner of the computer, and the computer will calculate the average for you by adding all the numbers up in all the cells and dividing that number by how many cells you're selecting. In this example, you type average, select the 6 cells, and 28.6 comes up. Notice the computer does not consider the word school. The same error can occur if there are no numbers in the cell range, just like if you were to select these 4 cells with no numbers and just words. Finally, we are going to discuss the square root function. The function is typed like this, equals SQRT, open parenthesis, and inside the parentheses you will put either one cell or a cell range. I want to try to find the square root of 100, and then close the parenthesis and press enter. The square root of that cell is 10. The square root function does a mathematical calculation for you. It will show you the square root of a cell. It will take the square root of the cell you are selecting. Just like with any function, there is always a catch. The error that can occur is if you try to take the square root of a word. In this example, I start by typing equals square root, open parenthesis, click on the word school, close parenthesis, enter, and an error message pops up. Those are the 6 functions we learned in my class. I hope you were able to grasp a good understanding of why and how we use the functions. Thanks for watching.